with friends. Podcast.
Welcome to Crashing with Friends. My name is Kyle Hobbs, your host. This week I'm joined by Jackson Brayman.
Yo.
Connor Hobbs.
Hey.
David Lindsey.
What up?
And Jacob Lindsey.
What's up?
Hi. Did you guys have a good week?
Yeah, it was an alright week. It was a very eventful week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas is a week away. When this comes out, it'll be only a few days away.
We watched Champion and Amanda Nunes get beat.
Yeah.
With primarily a lot of jabs, which didn't see that come in.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
We watched Lewis Hamilton get screwed over on the last lap of the last race and lose the championship.
F1.
I mean, it was just a crazy week overall, man. Two good Chiefs wins, both different.
Yeah, it's been a crazy week. My son won his basketball championship.
Yeah. Nice. A lot of winning and a lot of craziness.
Eden went the entire season without a win.
Hey, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah. And lost to 8 a.m. Single elim tournament game. Sucked. But they did better than they've ever done, so.
Now, do you feel like your daughter learned anything?
Not really. I feel like her team did. And, I mean, obviously she knows the rules and stuff. And she couldn't dribble a ball to save her life when she first started. And she can dribble now and stuff. But, like, in terms of knowing how to sort of play the game smart and play as a team, not really. Like, because she wasn't really that invested, so.
That's how I was as a little kid. Like, I was not invested in sports at all. Was in all kinds of sports leagues, played baseball, basketball, did wrestling for a little bit. Even, like, excelled in wrestling during the small time I was in it. But
I was the same.
For a little kid, man, all it takes is the will to want to win.
Yeah.
Once you get that will, like you want to win something, it completely changes the game.
Yeah.
Like you.
Yeah, I think that's what she's missing is like that.
The drive.
That killing intent, you know? Like
Right.
she doesn't really care either way.
See,
so
here's how I went for Anakin. The first couple of years of him playing sports, he's been playing sports since he was 5. Like we got him in sports instantly. The moment you could do Little League baseball, then it was Little League or like little basketball.
Little basketball boys.
Little basketball.
Whatever it was called. Yeah.
little b-ball.
But he sometimes still kind of does this, but for the first couple of years of it, it was mainly like he would see his friends out there, and that's really all he cared about was, there's my friend. I'm having fun. He's having fun. Hey, there I am. Here I am. There you are. And it's just a lot of like running together up and down the court, talking to each other. And it takes a few years for them to realize they're not your friend out there just for that one time you're out there to win.
Yeah.
And for Anakin, now he's so competitive with his friends at school because they all play sports too. So now it becomes, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna beat my friends. That's what makes it so fun is I'm gonna be the one that gets to talk crap at school the next day.
Yeah.
And that's all they care about is that currency of talking crap on each other. It's messed up.
Anakin's pretty cold, man. What you told me after he won. It's like
we'll talk about that here in a little while. I'm gonna have Anakin on the podcast or have him on here in a second to talk about it. But that's the currency at school. What Fortnite skins do you have? I have more, and I beat you at this. Whatever sport I played. You know.
Sometimes that never leaves, even when you're 30. You still want to be like the better man.
And who's got the most Fortnite skins?
Exactly.
He gets it from me though. He wants to win, and I want to bury you guys. Okay.
Cool, man.
Well, like when we play
I want you
games,
to bury me.
Just bury me with
when
some
we play
anime.
games, I want to have the most KD or the best KD. I want to have the most kills. I want to be the reason why we win on Warzone. Like I want to be the best. You know.
Right.
I always feel like guilty being the best sometimes because I'm like, my friend is not the best, and he must feel bad about that. And I took that from him.
Well, you can kind of jab them with little comments like, "Hey, I'm better than you," and hopefully that'll give them drive to get better.
Hopefully that'll up their self-esteem.
Yeah. Works for me.
Sometimes it's just a mentality, you know. It's like,
see, I never had that killer instinct either, man. In sports, like, I never played sports, but
well, dude. I always had that killer instinct. Even when we played skateboarding, even when we skateboarded as a kid, like me and Connor, I think, are one of the only brothers to ever get in a fight in high school with each other because of skateboarding. We were arguing over who could do the most tricks.
It didn't take much to get you guys into a fight.
No, and then the next thing you know, Connor's pushing me up against the lockers, just punching me in the face, and then the fight gets split up.
I remember that.
Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you forgot the part where you sucker punched me, but okay, we'll gloss over that. It's just me pushing you up against the lockers because that's what I do.
I remember a broken window at one point. You guys remember that?
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was a broken window and a broken TV in the same fight. Because one of you fell and the other one slid and kicked the stool into the TV that was on the floor. But then you guys were grappling each other, and the force of you guys pushing up against the window, the window broke.
We broke a few windows that way.
And your dad would just come in there and be like, "Guys, what the hell's wrong with you?" And I would just be in the corner fuck.
I'm over here David's my friend.
Stupidest arguments. Oh my god.
Oh, so good, dude.
Holy shit.
That reminds me of mine and David's childhood when he would say, "Give me back my shonen jump," and I would be like, "No, dude, I'm not giving it back." And he would slap me and take it and run into his room, and I'd try to saw his door handle off with a.
Did you take my games and go and play them in your room? And I'd be like, "Did you take my game? It was in my Xbox." And you're like, "No." And then I'd hear the music through the crack in your door. And then I'd come in there and try to,
Oh, I was a douche. I was a douche.
And then your Aunt Lori would poop all over the bed.
Cindy?
Cindy. So what else do you guys do this week? Connor, start with you.
Well, I just watched The Witcher season 2 today, last night and today, and I can say that it's for sure worth watching. The first season, whether you like it or not, it's up to you. But second season is way, way good. I'm gonna say baller status good, but I don't want to oversell it. It's pretty good though. Really liked it.
I finished season 1 of The Boys this week.
What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So gnarly.
Are you gonna watch season 2?
Yeah, I just started it. Season 1 was freaking awesome, dude.
So what do you think about that first season, David?
It's freaking good, man.
It's disturbing.
There's a lot of disturbing moments, but that part where the Deep is trying to save the dolphin. You remember that part? And the dolphin's chirping in the backseat, and he's like, "God, all right, if I touch it, will you shut up?" And he's like, it's all excited. And then he slams on his brakes. The dolphin goes flying out the window and gets ran over. I was like, "Oh my God, bro." The Deep gets the shit end of the stick. That whole season is so, obviously he deserves it, but it's a good show. It's really, really good.
Are you gonna watch the second season?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're already on it.
Oh, you're watching
I
with
think
Mandy?
we're on episode 2 already, maybe? Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Mandy likes it a lot too.
I tried to get Rachel to watch it, and she signed off the first episode of season 1. She's like, "No, this is too graphic." And she would walk in randomly during the watching of both seasons. It was like, "I'm glad I didn't watch this."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty graphic.
Yeah, I remember I guess Aaron watched it, but he was like, "Oh, I really didn't like it because of the whole Capes for Christ thing." Because he's religious and everything, but I guess that was a huge turnoff for him. But
I just didn't like it because of the whole the Deep getting deep with holy
Starlight.
woman
in the first episode.
Starlight, yeah,
Yeah.
and I was just like, I'll watch a little bit more because this is it's kind of real life. It's like if superheroes were in real life, so
Could
it's
be.
kind of
Yeah.
real life or whatever. And instead of being I'm not gonna say anything bad about DC, but it's kind of like if Superman were actually in our world type thing.
Could be.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Could
And,
be.
yeah.
I think Superman is as if Superman was actually in our world.
Indeed.
No, it's good. There's a lot of layers to it, like an onion.
Oh, like Shrek.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cakes. Everybody loves cakes.
Anything else you did, David?
Just watched Spider-Man last night.
Nice.
Or No Way Home, which I'm gonna save for next week when you guys all have seen it as well. I just wanted to talk about like the sounds in that movie are so like thunderous and intense. Like there's moments in there where it's like, holy shit, like the sound design in that movie is insanely good.
Really?
But
It's good to hear.
I've gotten like 3 or 4 text messages already today like, hey, have you seen Spider-Man? No. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's good. My little sister texted me earlier and was like, it's so good.
yeah, it's my favorite Marvel movie to date.
My friend John Hurlbert texted me and said it's good. We had John on the podcast a couple weeks ago.
Dude, I totally forgot about that you guys had a little sister.
Yeah. Quinn?
Yeah, Glenn.
Yep. So that was my week. It was
Nice.
pretty good. Yeah.
Jackson, what about you?
I pretty much did the same thing that you guys did. Watch the UFC fights, watch the Chiefs game, and play video games.
All right.
Yeah. There's nothing really exciting going on in my life.
Hey man, you're alive, dude. Don't do that to yourself.
Not much going on in your life except life.
What'd you do, Jacob?
Well, I moved into a $350,000 house. And let me tell you, if you ever move, space it out in a week. Because if you don't, you're going to do it in a day like we did. Load up an entire house into a giant U-Haul that doesn't fit all your stuff. And then go sign the paperwork and then go to a new house and unload everything the next day. Like one day, load everything up. The next day, unload everything. And I gotta tell you, like, this is the first day that I'm just kind of like relaxed.
Well, we loaded everything out of the old house. I didn't move with you guys, but I helped you. And then like it was all in the U-Haul for like 2 days.
Yeah.
And they just had beds for like 2 days because basically, like they said, like he said, same day they had to get everything out and everything into the other house in the exact same day. So they were like, we're not gonna load up the whole U-Haul. So they did it like 2 days, but dude, it sucked.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was really rough.
Yeah, really nice house though.
Man, today we went to the Titanic Museum in Branson.
Yeah, it's good.
It was pretty cool. We like right off the bat, I walked in and I could smell it smelled like someone had been marinating in cigarette smoke their whole life.
Ugh, nasty. Dude.
And this is the first time they got released, to into the world or whatever. It was bad, dude. And I instantly told Rachel, I was like, hey, we're right behind this guy. Like, we got to get in front of this dude and get far in front of him to where we're not going to be seeing him the whole time. Yeah. And we freaking ended up seeing him the whole time. I just kept like being like, all right, we got to push through this. It sucked. But like, the thing that sucked about it was today is Saturday, so it was packed. So the thing about the Titanic Museum is there's just tons of like biography type stuff on the walls, stuff to read. Like, hey, this is what this guy's job was on the ship, or hey, this is a third class passenger or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's the stuff that I wanted to read about, and so I wanted to read about the engines and like the boilers and stuff like that. I always loved that stuff as a kid, reading about those and reading about how they found like a couple boilers, like the steam ones, like from the ship, like 15 miles away or whatever that had fallen out.
Yeah.
That's what gives me the heebie-jeebies. But I think that stuff is really cool.
I like that they like assign you the name of an actual person that died or lived or died, which was on the Titanic that day, and then you don't find out what happened to them until you're in the very end, and then you get to read about it. And like, I remember I was like, I think Mandy and I both picked names of people that died, and we were like,
yeah, we both died.
I want to be Rose. I want to throw the gem out the back of the boat.
You're throwing away a good amount of money then.
disrespect.
But
It's a cursed diamond.
The crazy thing was, right when we walked in, because they had like a mask mandate, you had to wear a mask the whole time you were in there, and
Was it the same kind of scenario that we constantly run into, where it's like you got to wear a mask at the door, and then once you're 5 feet in, you can just take the mask off?
no, we could hear like yelling, and this guy is like their rule is five and under doesn't have to wear a mask. So we can hear this guy yelling. So just because they're 4, they can't spread the virus, and they're pretty much not wanting to wear a mask or whatever. Like, this chick's whole family is wearing masks. Mm-hmm. They're all standing there. she is not wearing a mask, and she's like in the face of the attendant that's letting everybody through to the museum, and she ends up pushing this attendant and pushing herself through, trying to get through the line and just go through into the museum.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, Rachel wasn't moving. She was like, I'm not letting this chick in.
Yeah.
And I ended up just like pushing through, and then finally Rachel pushed through because I was like, I'm not going to sit here and just listen to people be stupid.
I remember one time Mandy was taking Simon up to Kansas City for chemo, and the kid's bald. He's got like, pale. He's got his mask on, and they were in a gas station in like Nevada just getting snacks or something, and this dude was like, you guys don't know you don't have to wear masks, right? It's safe. Everything's fine. And like Mandy was like, sorry, like that's none of your business, dude. Like, and he's like, no, seriously, it's not that big of a deal. Like, they're lying to everybody. You guys can take your masks off, seriously. And she was like, yeah, but I can wear one if I fucking want to. And he just kept going, and then she like took Simon's hood off, and he was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like why do you I don't understand why people feel like they have to say something, like.
Yeah, people can't mind their own business.
I know. The water at the end of that Titanic museum thing is so scary, dude. When you like
right
feel
at the
the temperature of the water that was on that day that everybody was like swimming around in and dying in, like I couldn't keep my hand in there for more than like 5 or 10 seconds, dude.
Yeah.
Before it started to ache. Like,
this guy in front of me, he held his hand in there for a good like minute and a half.
oh my God.
I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Because the water is like, what, 29 degrees? Something like that.
Yeah. Dude, and it just instantly hurts.
It's cold.
Like,
yeah.
Leo, he was in that shit for like 10 minutes, dude. He was there. No, this is on topic, but off topic. We went to Planet Hollywood when I was in we went to Florida a couple months ago, and we went to Planet Hollywood. And do you guys know what that is?
Yeah.
No clue.
Yeah,
I know what Planet Hollywood is.
It's basically a restaurant where their whole thing is film, so they have like tons of props from different movies and stuff there. They had like outfits from Friends.
And they've got the alien thing, right? The alien.
The alien thing.
What alien
Oh yeah,
thing?
yeah.
They've got Alien from Alien.
Alien vs Predator.
The
Alien.
Xenomorph.
I didn't see any xenomorph stuff there,
No?
but they've got like the actual plank of wood that Leonardo DiCaprio and what's her name were on in the Titanic movie, like floating in the water.
Kate Beckinsale.
They've got that plank of wood
No.
up on the wall. They've got some sick stuff, dude. They got the arms that come out of the table in Beetlejuice. They've got those arms in there. It's pretty intense.
I've never seen Beetlejuice.
You should watch it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, I've never seen it either.
It's worth watching.
It just never looked that good to me.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what I thought. I was like, this movie looks gross and stinky and like.
I didn't
It
think
does
about
look
it.
stinky.
Yeah.
I'm not even a Tim Burton fan, and I like Beetlejuice.
I love Tim Burton stuff.
And you haven't seen Beetlejuice.
It's worth a watch, man.
And see, to me, Tim Burton stuff, I can just take it or leave it.
Yeah. It has
Yeah.
Watch it sometime, dude.
On the subject of Tim Burton movies, I'm like pretty much the opposite of everyone. Like, everyone seems to like his claymation stuff. I hate all of his claymation.
Well, it wasn't actually his, was it? It was just he directed it, but like it was a different person that was doing the claymation.
I know that The Nightmare Before Christmas, Tim Burton had almost like nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Who was the other guy? There was another guy that was actually doing that.
There was someone else that like wrote the story.
Yeah.
Did the character Tim Burton did like very little on that, but they put
Wasn't he
his
the
name-
director though?
I don't think he was.
Weird, dude.
No, I think they just put his name on it because his name was selling movies.
Yeah.
Kind of the exact same way that whenever Hostel Part 2 came out,
Oh God.
Quentin Tarantino loaned his name to the movie to help sell it. As far as Tim Burton movies go, like the only ones that I really like are Big Fish, the one that we were just talking about, Beetlejuice.
Tim Burton did Big Fish?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say Little Fish after that.
Little Fish.
Red fish, blue fish. I really like Sweeney Todd. But that's just because I really like the writing, and he didn't write Sweeney Todd. It was like originally a Broadway play, or musical.
All right. So, what's a good transition for this?
Christmas is right around the corner.
Christmas is coming up, and Santa is lame, everybody. And Connor was like, yo, what can we do to spruce up Santa Claus?
Let's get some upgrades.
I want to
So-
hear your guys' like ideas first before I tell you mine.
Of Santa Claus?
I'd say let's just kind of like go around a little bit, add to this Santa. But I mean, you can throw out like if we're gonna go like origin stories, we can all give different origin or whatever. But just for me to start with, laser guided presents.
Laser guided presents. Now, how does that work, Connor?
Like we've all seen Jurassic World 2 and the laser guided raptors and the laser guided dinosaurs. We're gonna strap packages onto those dudes, and they're actually gonna go somewhere and deliver these presents for Santa. So he's not doing all the legwork. We're getting laser guided packages, presents. That's just to start with.
I feel like if you were to tell Congress or something like that, okay, we're thinking laser guided Christmas presents. Oh, cool. Well, how's that going to work? Like laser guided Christmas presents. Well, we're going to need dinosaurs.
Yeah. Laser guided dinosaurs with Christmas presents on their
We
brain.
teach laser guidance system to these dinosaurs. And then we just point the lasers at the houses they need to deliver to. Well,
Easy.
That's going to be a bunch of towers that we got to set up. Like, where are we going to have all these lasers?
Dude, satellites, dude. Boom.
Satellites.
Santa,
Done.
You're gonna have to move your operations to Isla Sorna.
All right, who else has one?
Honestly, mine was a very simple one. Santa Claus is old. He's fat. He just needs to get out of here. I think we need a new, young, hot Santa.
Yes. Yes.
Margot Robbie should be Santa Claus.
Oh my god, dude. Oh boy.
Think about it. Margot Robbie becomes Santa Claus. All of a sudden, I'm staying up late trying to catch Santa Claus.
Yeah, dude. Wolf of Wall Street, Margot Robbie.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
No
that's,
comment.
That's how she shows up.
I'm not gonna comment on that one.
That's how she delivers presents, man. She has a Santa Claus hat on.
Tan as hell. Maybe a little oiled. No, okay.
Dial it back, boy.
Oh man.
Keep going.
Yes, continue, Jackson. More.
I'm gonna put this on repeat later.
Tell me more about Santa.
I just want to listen to Jackson talk about Margot Robbie being Santa.
Call me Mr. Claus.
She delivers a tent to every house.
So I was thinking something kind of similar, but not Margot Robbie. I was thinking like, you know, like the Tim Allen Santa Claus movies where like the first one, isn't it like the Santa falls off a roof and then he dies and then he gets the outfit, right?
Yeah, he puts on the coat, and then in doing so, it starts a
chain of events.
Yeah,
yeah,
starts a contract.
exactly.
The Santa
It's a clause.
Claus.
Yeah, of
Yes.
course.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So in the new one, pretty much the same thing happens, but it's Dave Chappelle who finds the suit and he puts it on, and he's the new Santa.
That'd be great.
He'd have a white mustache, but it would be whipped cream from his hot cocoa instead of,
And then he's just delivering presents, talking shit on all the little kids, you know, eating their cookies and stuff.
Who asks for this shit? I was just always like, Santa, there's so many flaws in his design, mainly time, right? Like, how's he going to make it all over the world? Mm-hmm. What if his sleigh was like 3,000 feet in the air, but it was like a spaceship, and then it had like thousands of like little robot arms that would just kind of stick the packages down the chimneys or whatever.
Drones,
you know what I
dude.
mean?
That's crazy.
Drone
to-
army.
That's crazy to think about. All those little arms just
Yeah,
coming out of
dude.
it. Yeah.
That's
Kind of
creepy.
freaky
It's
to
almost
think
like
of.
it's almost like Brainiac.
Yeah.
Man,
Nuts, dude.
that would be sweet.
That'd be pretty cool.
And then he could just jump through, I don't know, like a portal to the next town, because the ship would be slow. It'd be huge, right?
You know, it'd be crazy if it wasn't a ship. It was being propelled along the rooftops of all these houses by walking through them, delivering
dude.
presents with like 100 legs. You know, walking over the top of these buildings, dropping presents off.
Sounds like a Studio Ghibli thing.
It's like a War of the Worlds.
Yeah, like World of Worlds. Yeah, that's
Say
what I
it.
think. Yeah.
Say for a second, it kind of sounded like Dr. Lovelace is trying to drop off presents to different.
and then Santa Claus looks like Baraka.
I was thinking more along the lines of the Mist, like that giant friggin' creature that's walking around, like
Yeah.
just delivering presents with its creepy organic arms all over the place, like
The
ooh.
crazy Demogorgon from the 3rd season of
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
dude.
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. Yeah, that
I
would
was
be
definitely
crazy.
thinking that.
Yeah.
Put that on the list for sure.
Mine is Santa needs robot legs. Just
Keep beating this dead horse.
so in my world, in this version of Santa, he's the same kind of Santa in Santa Claus is Coming to Town. You know what I'm saying? He's an outlaw.
Okay,
So he
yeah.
needs these robot legs to run over the tops of these buildings. You know what I'm saying? So I envision the cops chasing him from below the buildings and he's running over the tops of them, shooting at him.
Yeah.
A-Train,
A-Train, baby.
he's trying to save the day by giving kids the presents, but he's a vigilante. He's a Santa who is a vigilante.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You
Even
know,
those robot legs, man.
dude, robot legs.
Are the knees forward or backward?
They're the backward ones.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I want him to look as robotic and
Splice
alien
legs.
as possible. Yes.
Yeah, splice or signs.
Yeah.
No, the original the aliens from the movie Arrival with Charlie Sheen. You guys ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
They run like that. They have the inverted legs. At the very end of the movie, that little black kid turns out to be one of those aliens.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he runs away, and his legs are inverted.
Oh god damn.
That is the only thing that I remember about that movie.
Me too. That movie scared the crap out of me as a kid, and I always envisioned aliens having those inverted legs.
Now you're going to give Santa them shits?
Yep. Santa needs inverted robot legs.
Santa
That
needs
way
fucking
the-
ostrich robot legs.
The children of the future can be like, oh,
There's old ostrich Santa running from the cops every year.
Yeah. It's like that ostrich from Donkey Kong Country.
Yep.
see, I would want Santa, my personal Santa, to be my personal Santa. I would want Santa.
Your Santa daddy?
Your own personal Santa.
Someone to give you gifts.
I think I would want to go back to the original roots of Santa, like the German Santa. Like, you leave your boots outside and he puts presents in your boots, and keeps on going or whatever. But like
A nice
I would say mix Santa Claus with Rick and Morty. And have the portal gun and just have his little sidekick, which is like a little elf dude, and just shoot his portal and be like, bloop, 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 bloop,
Okay, hear me
bang
out.
it.
Santa puts a present in somebody's boot that has athlete's foot. Then Santa has to take a potty break. Santa gets jock itch.
Well, he's magical, see? So
it's
he's
magical jock itch.
That's even worse. How do you get rid of
It
that?
lasts forever.
Yeah, I had one that came up after you were saying the robot legs, Kyle. It had me thinking, what if we had half reindeer, half Santa, like centaur type Santa?
All right, so Minotaur claws,
Yeah, of the forest.
but
Yeah,
with instead of bull horns, it's like reindeer antlers.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It would look really menacing when they shed. You know how the reindeer antlers shed and they're all bloody and stuff? Like
Oh,
raw?
yeah. He'll snap them off on trees and stuff.
Sounds like a Guillermo del Toro thing.
So if you had hands, would you just rip them out of your head? Like,
Don't talk like that.
I do want to see this horror hybrid of Rudolph and Santa Claus.
he just runs really quick.
But just super jacked, It's got a red nose, and I don't know.
What I'm envisioning is Rudolph, but Santa Claus's body is on the back of Rudolph, so he can pretty much ride him have his hands on his horns, So he has a real body kind of in the back portion, but he's got the front. That's the Rudolph.
Like his the bottom of his torso is coming up out of the back of Rudolph.
Yes.
God, I don't want to even think of that, dude. That looks crazy.
How would they sleep?
He's just holding them.
Santa's just hunched over, sleeping. Rudolph's still standing.
Scarlett Johansson would make a good Santa Claus too.
Oh god. My dream Santa Claus.
Really? You like ScarJo?
Yeah. I wouldn't say like number one, but up there.
But Black Widow ScarJo.
Oh yeah, dude. But speaking of Black Widow,
I like all the Black Widow ScarJos.
8-legged freak ScarJo.
speaking of Black Widow though, her sister I think has become my favorite female actress that exists right now.
Really?
Really?
Yeah,
She does good. She does good in that Hawkeye episode for sure.
yeah. Have you guys seen? You've seen Black Widow, obviously, right? Yeah. Have you seen Midsummer?
Yes.
She's the main character in Midsummer. She's really good.
That's Scarlett Johansson's sister?
Well, it's Black Widow's sister.
Oh, okay.
She's got it all, man.
She's really good in Hawkeye.
Yeah,
She's really good in that newest episode.
dude. Let's talk about that bombshell for
Yeah.
a second. God dang, dude.
Spoilers for the end of Hawkeye episode 5.
Yeah,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Kingpin.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell, man? That's crazy.
And it's the Netflix Kingpin.
Yeah,
Vincent D'Onofrio.
Very cool.
Hells yeah, dude.
Grissom. Grissom.
Hells yeah.
You got to watch Hawkeye now.
I do, because I love that dude.
Yeah, he played a good Kingpin in Daredevil.
Yeah,
So
he
good.
did, dude. Scary, man. Really fucking scary.
I was really hoping that whenever they announced that Charlie Cox was going to come back as Daredevil, that they would find a way to get him to come back as Kingpin. So
Yeah, and they never said that he would come back as what's his name, the actor for
Vincent D'Onofrio?
no for Daredevil.
Charlie
Charlie
Cox.
Cox.
Yeah, they didn't say he would come back. They just said if they ever had Daredevil, it would be Charlie Cox. So, but then you see Kingpin, you're like, holy shit! Like,
Well, they just announced last week that Daredevil is Charlie Cox.
oh really?
Going
Dang,
forward,
dude.
yeah. For anything he's in, it's going to
Yeah, that's what I meant. But they never like officially said, hey, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they did officially say it last week, though.
Okay.
Kevin Feige did.
Yeah, but they didn't really.
That wasn't Kevin Feige. That was Kevin Bigelow.
Oh, Kevin Feige.
Yeah. Yeah, no, pretty cool though. I'm happy about it. And like they didn't have to worry about, jumping through a portal because they never really said one way or another if the Netflix Marvel shows were part of or weren't part of. They just kind of were like, they're their own thing for now.
I mean, they referenced the attack on New York where Loki showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, in the Netflix shows.
Huh. Maybe I do not recall that. I saw that like season 1 and 2 of Daredevil and then season 1 of Jessica Jones and Luke Cage.
I loved Luke Cage.
Yeah.
Luke Cage was really good.
awesome.
I hope he is Luke Cage in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all good enough actors.
Yeah.
It's not like they're taking a hit or anything.
I don't know about Iron Fist, but
Yeah, I didn't see Iron Fist.
I didn't watch Iron Fist because I didn't like the actor.
the girl that's in there, I forget her name, but she's like really good. She's way better than the main actor on Iron Fist.
Yeah. I wasn't a big fan of Iron Fist. I also wasn't a big fan of Luke Cage, to be honest.
Luke Cage was good. It was
I guess
funny.
what I
like
meant to
the
say
actor.
was I didn't hate the show. I was just like, it was all right.
Yeah.
I liked the actor on Luke Cage.
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of how I felt about Jessica Jones, though, Jackson. Like, I watched it and I'm like, it was pretty good.
Yeah, that's
I didn't
that
like
was
the
my feeling
actress.
about Jessica
I think-
Jones.
yeah.
too. I was
I
kind of
think
like,
Luke
it
Cage
was all
was-
right.
Yeah, I think Luke Cage was the best part about that show.
I like
Yeah.
I like the villains more in Luke Cage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a good villain. Wasn't he, Barty Crouch Jr.? Or Doctor Who? Wasn't that,
Oh, you're talking about Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
You're talking about that.
The Purple Man?
The Purple Man, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Old licking lips.
You're like,
I've been thinking about that.
yours.
I've been thinking about that specific scene a lot in the past week. That hello, father. You know, son of mine, and he just looks at her like.
he plays a really good evil character, I think.
Yeah.
You guys ever, I always think about that part when he yells and then he's like, yeah. Puffs his lips out.
So good.
Yeah.
There are certain actors out there that are just really good villains.
Yeah.
Um,
I was just gonna say, what would be a really good villain out of all the villains that have been, like, what would be a really good villain?
Are you saying what would be the best villain?
Yeah, like, do you think, like, Keanu Reeves would be, like, a good villain?
Like an actor
you're
that
talking
would play
about,
the
like,
best villain of all time?
What would be a good actor, or who's like the best?
You're asking
Like,
the
who's the-
weirdest question right now, dude.
The way you phrased it is so weird.
Out of all the games,
Villain. Somebody that
The devil.
all the games that you could ever make,
devil.
what would be the best one?
Okay, let me rephrase that question. What would be your favorite villain? Like, in all the villains, like, what would be yours, Jackson?
You're still asking this question, huh?
What's your favorite villain, dude?
What's your favorite villain of all time?
What kind of villain do you like?
Pick a villain, any villain.
We're all looking at Jackson now. It's like, dude, save us. Pick a villain. Just pick any villain, dude. Come on.
Please.
Give us a name.
I don't know.
Kyle loves the bad guy, so ask Kyle that question.
The first one that comes to my brain is Darth Vader. Always, when you say villain.
Yeah, he's a very evil guy.
I thought you were going to say Magneto.
He was very good, and then he was very evil.
You know, one thing Darth Vader taught me was that one thing that I learned about Darth Vader. One thing that I learned. I can't even say it now.
Finish it.
One thing that Darth Vader taught me was that fear leads to anger, and anger leads to hate, and hate leads to suffering. Yeah, but Darth Vader's the shining example. You know, he was
true.
scared as a little boy, and then he was angry at the Sand People,
For attacking and
and then he hated Obi-Wan.
Yeah, not just the women,
capturing his mother.
but the children.
You'll always be that little kid I knew on Taboo. Or Tatooine.
It'll always be the taboo.
Taboo. Their relationship was a little taboo on
It was, yeah.
Tatooine, you know.
How old is Anakin supposed to be? Like within?
11.
11. Yeah.
Well, that's Phantom Menace. But
Yeah.
what about Attack of the Clones when they actually are
11.
Like, hooking up?
He's 11 throughout the entire series.
I don't know. I think,
He's like
What's that?
17 or 18.
I don't remember that at all.
yeah, me either.
I mean, just looking at the dude, I'd say he's like 17 or 18 in that one. And then like probably in his mid-20s in the third one.
Okay.
That's what I get out of it.
Because the entire time I was like trying to figure, I was like, man, so was Padme a pedophile in Attack of the Clones?
Well, she was
I wouldn't care.
16.
Oh,
Or
okay.
wasn't she? Like, whenever she was one of the.
Yeah, when
queen's
she was
maids?
queen, she was like, when
She
she
was
was queen, she
14.
was like really young, yeah.
Yeah, like, I thought.
They said 14 and 11, but like bullshit.
Yeah, she did
like,
not look like she was
Anakin
14.
was like 9, and she was like 16.
Yeah.
Like, and then whatever.
Looking
They
foreign.
were like, this could never happen, so we're just gonna let it happen.
As long as it happened far, far away.
We don't know their customs over there, far away in a different universe. It was apparently a long time ago. So
I think in the actual movie, they were touching down on like the old customs, like in Egypt. You would marry and have kids at like 13.
Hey, Jacob.
Yeah, probably not.
Speaking of that, do you remember that time on the bus, dude? When you're like, hey, Kyle, the Aztecs are talking to me in through the
God.
window.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, dude. There were interesting symbols on the window from the rain. Okay.
Hey, he still does this stuff, dude.
I do not.
Like, yeah, Jacob,
That
the
was
rain
pretty
is
weird.
just making squares on the window.
If I had taken that and put it into a picture, I would be like Da Vinci or Michelangelo.
Sure would have.
Hey, if people can like flick paint onto a painting and sell it for $400,000, I could take natural rainwater and
that's Jackson Pollock, and he does that for a long time.
This podcast is presented by Young Yanni. Come see me and the Pop G crew at Rockefeller Stadium, Rockefeller Plaza, featuring Pop G, Swaggy swee, swagger dunk. This edition of Crashing with Friends is presented by The Witcher Season 2, now streaming on Netflix.
All right. So as mentioned earlier, my son Anakin, we had him on the podcast a couple weeks ago to do, months ago now. We're on episode 14. It's crazy to think we're on episode 14. Speaking of that, thank you guys for listening. Whoever listens to this podcast, I don't know who all listens, but we really appreciate it. Like every week when I see the numbers, it always makes me happy to see how many people listen to the podcast, even though we just made it for our friends to listen to and for us to just listen to. But every week it does make me happy to see the numbers. I appreciate it. But like I said, we got Anakin here, and he's gonna talk about his emotions and talk about winning the championship, stuff like that. So Anakin, take it away. So first off, give me the emotion that you were feeling about a minute and 30 seconds left of that basketball game.
Think that we were gonna win because there was no chance I could have won in 1 minute.
And how many points were they behind you guys?
7.
And I mean, what were you feeling in that moment?
I was excited because I knew we were gonna win. So, yeah.
Did you
Going into the day, before you played your first game, did you even think that you would get that far in the tournament?
No, I didn't.
Did you think you were going to win any games at all before the tournament started?
Yeah, I would. I'd probably win 2.
Did you think that do you think that any of the teams that you played before your final game were harder than your final game, or was the final game the hardest of the day?
The hardest.
Really? Your coach, she's got a second grade girls team that my daughter played against this season. That was the best team in the whole second grade girls league. I think they beat us. The first game we played against them, they beat us 36-3. So
That's
your coach
crazy.
is pretty good. Yeah.
Did you like your coach?
Yeah.
She really taught the fundamentals and what's important, not taking these super far outside jumpers. Now, the team that you actually beat in the final round, you had played them twice during the season, right?
Yeah, and they beat us.
They beat you both times. That first game, you guys only lost by 3 or 4, right? Or was it 5 or 6, something like that?
5.
5. The second time, you guys, was it close, or you guys got crushed?
It was 7 points off.
So you guys were still pretty close both games. You guys knew you could beat this team.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, overall, what was your favorite part about winning the tournament? What did you tell me a couple minutes after I asked you what you felt? What did you tell me? You told me, I walked up to you. Well, for starters, I was freaking out because you won the tournament, and I was I couldn't handle myself. I was so stoked. Thank you for that, by the way.
And you were screaming next to me, let's go.
Yeah.
You got to, man.
Yeah, I ran to the middle of the court. Let's go! Oh, I was so sick. But I walked up to you and I'm like, hey, what are you feeling right now? Right after you guys got your trophies, I walked up to you and I'm like, what are you feeling? And you're like, I'm happy because I get to watch my friends cry. Do you remember?
I did not say that.
Yes, you did. That was the first thing you said. You're like, I get to watch my friends cry. Mom heard it too. It's messed up.
Yeah.
That's savage.
Yeah, pretty savage, Anakin.
Is this the first tournament that you guys have won since you started playing?
He's won baseball.
Okay.
This year he won his baseball league for Neo or Joplin or whatever.
Cool.
And he also won basketball.
Well, congratulations. You're not a monster. You're a monstar.
I heard you had some pretty good defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, some block shots is what Kyle said in the last game, right?
Yep, he had some block shots. He had some rebounds. He had a couple little steals. But overall in the tournament, they played 3 games back to back to back. And if you lost, you lost. You're out.
Yeah.
But yeah, you played pretty good, son. I was really happy.
Job, dude.
What do you like most about basketball?
Throwing the ball into the basket.
That's the best part.
Man, it's kind of fun being a parent though, going to those games, dude. You get heated, you're yelling, it's intense for us too, Anakin. Don't ever forget it.
Yep.
You know, carry the fate of us all, little one.
It's a good time.
Not being a parent, I live vicariously through my brothers because they have all the little ones, and I get to be like, I'm the uncle. You're doing great.
It is kind of fun.
Yeah.
None of the bad stuff, just, yeah, you're doing good.
The parent, you get to deal with that. I think they're doing great.
Were you there for the tournament, Connor?
The first game, I dipped out for the second two because it was pretty late.
Yeah, that's cool.
And my butt was really hurting from those seats.
Dude, the seats are the worst, man.
Dude, oh my god. I wanted to stay, but my butt, dude, it was terrible.
Anna, can you keep going, man? My butt hurts.
From one uncle to the other, man. It's like the comfort counts.
Yeah. I'm gonna start bringing pillows next season, dude.
My only motivation for playing basketball whenever I was younger is because it was at the rec center, and Cruising USA was at the rec center.
Yeah, dude.
And an air hockey table and pool table.
Are you gonna keep playing basketball for a long time, Anakin?
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
Now, which one was a better feeling, when winning the basketball championship or winning the baseball championship?
Basketball.
Why?
I mean baseball because you could hit the ball and it would go flying and we got a lot of points and we destroyed Kai's team.
But you were in a
There's
soda.
That's what I was talking about. That's what I was trying to get out of him. You guys heard that.
Yep.
We destroyed Kai's team.
We destroyed Kai's team. He cares. That's what the currency is among these kids. It's can I destroy my friends? And now, based off of him saying that, you can picture him after the tournament saying, I was most excited about my friends crying.
His hidden destruction.
That's why kids like this play in creative mode on Fortnite and just bust each other up for like 100 kills.
When I walked upstairs, that's what he was doing.
Yeah, playing creative mode.
Yeah.
God, every time I played like
I wasn't.
like a squad mode in Fortnite, and I had like a kid like Anakin's age on my team, he'd be like, "After this, I'm gonna 1v1 you in creative mode," and I'm like, sorry, no." Like, and one time I 1v1 this kid, and we just built huge towers. He didn't build a thing. He took one of those plunger guns and like a shotgun in there, and he would plunger all the way over my base and shotgun me down, like down at my head,
that's what kids do
and
to
kill
me.
me. And I'm like, all right, cool. You kill me like 30 times.
Yeah, little kids don't beat me in video games.
Cool, Connor. Good job, Connor.
So, Anakin, before we let you go, what do you want for Christmas?
How about a nice football?
Do you want a gift card to Kohl's?
A gas card. I can use this.
What do I know? What are they called? V-Bucks? You want some V-Bucks?
Oh, he's aged out.
He's
of
saying
V-Bucks.
no, so we know what he does not want.
No, he's saying no because he knows that he can never use V-Bucks ever again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
And why can't you use V-Bucks ever again, Anakin? Just say it.
Say it.
I don't want to say it.
Own up to your mistake.
How much did
go
you
ahead and say
spend?
Just say it. Just say it. What'd you do?
I'm not saying it.
What'd you do?
I'm not saying it.
How much you spend, Kyle?
You spent $80.
Yeah.
No Christmas this year.
No, I spent 85.
Yeah, don't forget about the other 5.
I actually, dude, I had this client. I used to work in behavioral health, and I had this client who I made him an account that was part of my account's like family or whatever, and I didn't put a password on my card.
Oh, jeez.
So one day I looked at my account, it was like $400 gone, and I was like, oh crap! And I looked, it was like Microsoft Store. I found out it was him. When I looked at what he bought all 3 versions of Just Cause 3. He bought the base version, and then he bought the deluxe edition, and then he bought like the collector or whatever, and then he bought like $50 to $60 worth of crap, like Jeep skins and all this other stuff. I was like, dude, what is wrong with you, man? But I mean, $80.
The lessons we learned.
So did you get that money back?
Yeah, I called Microsoft and told them what was going on. It took like 2 weeks to get it back, but yeah, I got it back.
Did you
Still
lose all
2
the
weeks,
stuff that he
though.
bought?
Oh yeah, he lost it. And he lost his account.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of like
I
theft.
snatched it.
All right. Well, Anakin, thanks for joining us this week.
Yeah, sign off, dude.
Say,
Give us your sign off.
yeah.
Dun dun dun.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, dude.
See you, man.
Bye-bye.
It's always a pleasure.
So before we get into the last topic of the show, David had some stuff he wanted to get off his chest, besides cornbread.
Cornbread.
Yeah.
It's okay, David.
Tell us how you really
This is
feel.
a safe space.
So I had some time to reflect on my thoughts from last week
Reflection.
about
Are you
PlayStation
talking about-
exclusives.
Oh, it's not about race wars?
No. Wait, what?
Dumb.
You're not... Never mind.
Actually, I've got comments on that as well.
All
I
right.
misquoted it last week. After David does his thing, I want to do my thing.
Redemption.
Redemption. All
All right,
right.
David,
and-
take it away. The floor is yours.
Yeah, and open world games. Okay. Okay. So, Jackson, all right. No, so I've realized that I have a problem with living inside a small little echo chamber, if you will, of certain opinions and certain individuals. And I kind of just take them and run with it. And a lot of times I pride myself on like being a filter, not a sponge, if that makes sense. But this was not one of those cases. And I'd say probably for the last whole console generation, I've been listening to almost exclusively Xbox podcasts. If you don't count Colin Moriarty's Sacred Symbols show, I listened to that for a long time too. But I just kind of like took all these opinions and sucked them all in and just, it's what, I mean, and if I'm being honest, dude, I don't play a lot of games every year. I just listen to talk shows, watch videos and all that stuff. So like when you guys are like, have you played it? And I'm like, well, no. And I did that like 5 times. Have you played it? No. Have you played it? No. Have you played it? No. And then I'm like, holy shit, I haven't played any of this stuff. And the thing that I said about open world games that really like kind of brought this realization to light, right? Is that I started playing Halo Infinite, which we'll talk about later. And I mean, it's one of those games. It's got icons all over the map and you go around and do stuff. But like, I think that my issue was at a time when I had Eden and Simon and they were really little, I would play an open world game and I just felt like it wasn't respecting my time. So I was just like, I'm tired of playing open world games, dude. It's so annoying. But if you have the time, it's a completely different experience. Like now that the kids are older and stuff, like I feel like I have more time to really dig into these games. So like Halo for me, where it probably would have annoyed me a long time ago, is completely different. So and Breath of the Wild was kind of the same way. But I think that like if I went and actually played these games and just kind of, I don't know, experienced them and took my time with them and didn't try to make it seem like, okay, this is something I want to play quick and see the end of it, right? This is something that was designed for you to spend 30 or 40 hours in. That's what you have to expect, you know? So I'm going to wind it back a little bit here, you know? And just go with it, man.
David, I'd like to take back my fuck you that I said.
Kyle already took that.
It's funny you say about the opinion thing because, like, I would listen to some podcasts that were like PlayStation podcasts, and I listened to some that were Xbox podcasts, and all they would do is talk crap on the other one. And I'm like, dude, I don't care about you talking crap on the other one. Like, I'm gonna play them both, and I'm also gonna be playing Nintendo stuff and other PC stuff. Like, I don't care where the good game's coming from. I'm gonna play the good games, you know?
Right.
It's like day and night shift.
I don't get the. Okay. I mean, I totally understand. Like during the Xbox 360 days, I understand like the, oh man, screw PlayStation, I'm an Xbox person kind of deal because that was just the mentality. But nowadays, I don't understand that mentality of, oh man, I just play Xbox and PlayStation sucks, or vice versa. I don't understand that mentality.
I do. Let me elaborate. Let me elaborate on that.
All right,
Now, before you elaborate, are you going to get crushed?
No. I understand the difference between like why Xbox players don't like.
Did you just say
Playing-
white Xbox players? Racial.
Are you making fun of my slang? No. To elaborate, I play the PlayStation, and it's too freaking hard to understand because my whole life I've been Xbox. So
Okay,
it's
so you were born the
easier-
day the Xbox came out?
Exactly.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I put all my focus, all of my attention and everything like that into the Xbox. And so when I bought like a PlayStation 4 for $100. I took it apart, put it back together, it worked. I started playing it. I didn't know how to work it, and so I gave up.
Yeah, well, and that's just like a familiarity thing too. And it's the same way for me. Like every time I play my PS4, the dashboard is just everything's different. When you push the PlayStation button, it's different than when you push the Xbox button. But I'm so familiar with Xbox that it's different. But
I get it.
I'm
Okay.
not complaining about it. I'm just saying it's a different animal.
You guys are just
But-
used to how slow that old dashboard was and how non-responsive
But
it was.
I think
that's what you're used to.
I like the
it's
beautiful
totally
artwork
more
of the
about
Xbox.
it's totally more about tribalism than anything else.
Yeah.
Right.
100%. Like,
It is
You feel
tribalism.
good to be a part of a angry mob.
Okay. If you like the computer and the computer interface and all that stuff, I would suggest going to the PlayStation more than the Xbox. Because the Xbox, in honesty, is like derp, where the PlayStation is like, it's similar kind of to the computer interface, then kind of like Xbox is its own entity, which is kind of like, it's super laid back and chill and all that stuff. And then you go to the PlayStation, it's like, am I looking into the Matrix? I don't know.
You heard it here, folks. Jacob says that you should get the Xbox over the PS4 because PS5. Oh, my bad. PS5 is what I meant to say. PS5 has more of a web interface.
And you know, like you're right, dude. Like one thing that you always hear Xbox people say is PlayStation games are overrated. They always say it, dude. And that's just because the Xbox has been getting dog shit exclusives for 7 years.
Yeah.
Like
It's a defense mechanism.
You-
People
you-
get
you
defensive
got-
whenever someone is right.
yeah, and you got like Gears 4, Gears 5, you know, the Horizon games.
The Halo games.
But not even really that. Halo 5 was a busted. The
Yeah.
story anyway.
Yeah.
And I mean, and like you got the Ori games, but
But you still have
compare that to
Halo
PS4 that had Ratchet, Spider-Man, God of War, Horizon, like
Days
Bloodborne.
Gone,
Days Gone, Bloodborne. And then it's just like
But being an Xbox player, I don't
with-
know about Bloodborne.
All of those titles, with the exception of Days Gone, because I haven't played it yet, all of those being better than Gears of War. Continue.
Oh my God, savage.
Gears of War 5. No, Gears of War 4 had some of the best graphics I've ever seen.
I got so tired of Xbox like being like, well, we got Forza and Gears and Halo, and we're just gonna keep making them over and over and over again. Like,
And they've realized that. That's why they bought all these. That's why they bought
Yeah,
all these studios.
but they're still making them.
That's why they came out with the Xbox Game Pass.
I did never use my Xbox One anymore. I'm thinking about selling it
Yeah.
because I have not turned it on in over a year.
I am glad I got the Series X because I want to play like Fable and Perfect Dark and stuff like that in 4K and shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say
But, like-
Perfect Dark when that comes out, dude. You'll
Yeah.
I'll be playing on my PC probably. So
I see Perfect Dark up there on N64.
Yeah, he won that on the podcast.
they're saying it's gonna be
Really?
a quad A game.
Yeah, I just
okay.
I mean marketing.
It's like it's like
Yeah.
just say AAA and be
and
cool
then,
about
and
it.
then they showed it, and you're like, wow, it looks like every other AAA reveal.
Yeah.
like
And what it was it was a pre-rendered video, probably made by Blur Studios. It was not made
yeah,
by.
it was a cinematic. It had
It
nothing
was
to do with.
cinematic. It was made by a third-party house that was not even the game developers.
I mean, if you, I mean, what does that even mean? Quad A, like
It means our visuals are going to be great. our sound quality is going to be great, our peripherals are going to be great, and something else is going to be great.
Connectivity.
It's gonna taste good too.
We have not figured out that fourth A yet.
We are consulting with Neil Druckmann.
What are you guys into right now?
A little bit of your mom.
Got him. Warzone.
And it's really your mom and Rita. That's what I've been into. Both of them together.
You watching that sex tape they made?
Yeah, and then yeah.
My internal is shattering right now. Like, ah.
So Jacob, let's talk about the time that you got the forced water lap dance for your birthday. Do you feel like that's a memory you just want to block out?
I may have forgotten that memory for that sheer reason, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh man.
Rita did that to him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Do you remember you remember when you lived behind the skating rink? It might have been your 16th birthday or
Kerman
something.
Lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gets like a pitcher of water
Oh my god.
and dumps it all over you or her or something, and then gives you a lap dance. But I'll give you credit for this. You were forced to sit in the chair, if I remember.
Yeah.
You didn't sit there because you wanted it. So I'll give you props there. But
I tried to get up and somebody was forcing my shoulders down. I don't know who it was,
It was her
but
thighs.
Rita probably thought about that all day long.
you know I used to try
I'm gonna get real drunk tonight and give a lap dance to this 16-year-old boy
Oh my god.
while she's making her freaking Whoppers and Junior Whoppers at Burger King.
Let me flip your meat.
dude, when that was happening to you, Jacob, I was like, I want to save this guy, but I didn't see any way I could save you, dude.
You're like,
It
I just
seemed-
want to keep watching though.
I felt so bad for you, dude, man. Dude.
And I was like, I'm gonna endure
Forgive
this
me,
and
forgive
never
me.
remember it again.
I'm pretty sure you slapped her butt.
I may have gotten into it, but I didn't want it to happen.
He's like, guys, I don't like this. I don't like this.
So, Jacob, answer truthfully. Did your pants get tight?
I gotta say no, honestly.
Oh.
I don't know what it is about big bootied chicks. They just don't get my.
She didn't have big booty.
Shtick.
She just had a big body. Everything about Rita was
Just take one of those O's out of there.
big. Yeah. Man, I went to Eureka Springs with my wife and Rachel's former boss. He's dead now from COVID. But we went to Eureka Springs and he had this lap dance ready for me. He called in advance to this bar and it was like a Coyote Ugly type bar. Like older people in there, like bikers, stuff like that. And I'm sitting at the bar and out of nowhere the bartender starts dancing on the bar and then spider grabs my head with her legs.
Oh god!
Brings my head into her crotch. And
Does she do it over and over, bang, bang, bang?
dude, yes. And it was oh my god, so painful.
Dude, it is painful.
No, it wasn't that kind of pain, Jacob. It was just emotional pain. I couldn't get out of it because she'd probably done it 1,000 times to people. And she was not letting my my head go. She had her legs fully wrapped around my back. It was just bang, bang, getting it and
Suffocation, no breathing.
Sometimes
guess
you gotta hit
That
a
lady's
bitch,
got
dude.
some thighs.
and she was probably 55, 56, maybe even early 60s.
I'm gonna ask you something. And I'm sorry if it makes you feel uncomfortable, but how was the smell?
Dude, it just smelled like sweat.
Okay.
Smell like a fart.
Yeah,
Like a fart.
an old leathery fart. Yeah,
Old leathery fart.
yeah.
That's good.
And dude, there were so many people in that bar, and they were all getting so into it. They were laughing hysterically. I was like, the moment it stopped, I'm like, I'm out of here. I'm not going to be in this bar anymore.
You scarred me, lady.
They all thought it was so funny too.
She's like, I'll see you next week, sugar.
Sound like Marge's sisters.
Thank you very much, honey. Dance! Anybody like a dance?
Remember that Family Guy episode where the stripper's vision was based on movement?
Yeah.
And I'll start moving. She's like, "Where'd you go?" That's nothing, Kyle. One time I went to Joe's Crab Shack for my birthday, and they made me put on a hula skirt and a coconut bra.
Whoa.
No joke.
Damn, man. You'd have to catch me on the perfect day for me to agree to something like that. And like my birthday, I don't know. I feel like I'd be like in a very like back off me, dude. This is my birthday. Like, not today, dude. I'm having a good day.
No, I think I maybe had like 3 shots of rum or something at that point. So I was pretty willing to get involved in the kind of Joe's Crab Shack birthday festivities. So
I don't drink anymore, so that's I get you. If I was drunk, then yeah.
So how traumatizing was it, Kyle?
I already talked about it.
he
It was
got out of
not
there.
good.
Yeah, emotional.
Like, what'd you guys do afterwards?
We
Took a
went
shower.
We went on a walking tour of the underground of Eureka Springs. That was interesting. The town is built on an old town, and you can walk around under the town and see what the old speakeasies and stuff like that.
What?
There's like a prohibition stuff, and there was a big fire that took out like Eureka Springs because Eureka Springs is so alleyed. Have you guys ever been to Eureka Springs?
Yeah.
I have, yeah.
So a lot of the buildings are so close and they're so alleyed. There's a lot of back alleys and stuff like that. That the fire, like all the houses were wood, and the fire just spread through all the back alleys and just destroyed Eureka Springs. It was
So
an interesting tour. About 3/4 of the way, me and Richard got really tired of the tour and just walked away from the tour.
Just like, we're old. We're
Bacon.
going to bed.
No, we were only like 26.
I don't want to be a part of this tour anymore. Just left.
Yep.
You can do that with rental cars too.
He's like,
You don't have to take it back. You can just be like,
I just wandered off
I'm on
to
an
the Grand
airplane
Canyon.
and I've left. So if you want your car, it's in the middle of the highway. They'll be like, okay, we'll get it.
So essentially, Eureka Springs is like the phoenix that rose from the ashes of the old town.
Sure, yeah, we'll call it that, yeah. Why not?
It's majestic.
Yeah, sure. All right, so let's go over to finish it out. The winners of the Game Awards from last week.
Before we get there, can we talk about just our overall impressions? Did you guys watch the Game Awards, or did you?
Yeah, I
just-
watched the whole thing.
Some good stuff, but mostly not.
A lot of
Hopefully
cringe.
not.
There's a lot of cringe,
Yeah.
and I think the whole Jeff Keighley hosting it needs to be over.
Yeah.
Cut it out, and get us like
The Sonic dude, man.
get him to do the whole thing.
Yeah.
He was good.
He was really good.
Or if they just have
George
like,
Ralphio or whatever his name is on Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
John Ralphio.
John Ralphio, yeah, he's a good yeah.
or if they just had Sydney Goodman host the whole thing and not just the pre-show. Like she does. No, really,
I cannot stand her. She's too cringe.
really.
She's cringe for days.
Oh well,
She seems so ungenuine.
bring Naomi Kyle back.
Sure, I'll take Naomi Kyle, but Jeff Keighley needs to not host anymore. He's too dry,
I know,
and I'm
dude.
getting every year he says the same things. This one you're not going to expect. Yeah, all the time before any of the trailers. And this one, no one.
He
saw
doesn't
coming.
get hyped. Like when he does those like sizzle awards, he's like, best audio, this game, congratulations guys. Best narrative, this game, well done guys. And you're just like,
It really seems like his next job after that is to go to like a random house and then wait for perverts to come in and be like, "What are you doing here?"
And see, without
He seems like very much like a Chris Hansen type. So
without Jeff Keighley, we wouldn't have the Game Awards every year. He puts in a lot of work to do it, but still, man, like, come on, find another host. It's too played out.
yeah, they got to do some show restructuring too. There's no freaking reason why a video game awards show needs to be 3.5 hours long. Like, there's so
Right.
much fat they could have trimmed.
All the musical stuff, man, just get it out of
Yeah.
there. Like, some of it's okay, but
Dude, I will say though, the Matt Halpern duo for the Doom track that
yeah,
was sick.
that was dope.
But like, I don't know who this man, like Sting was like singing some fucking song. Like,
Yeah, what was Sting doing up there?
Get him out of here.
It's Sting.
Get rid of the chafe.
he didn't even do the hits.
He didn't
So-
play SOS. Message in a bottle.
yeah,
Come on, Sting.
I think this was one of the worst years ever at the Game Awards, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, some of the reviews or the reveals were okay, but most of them were played. I was like, I don't care about most of these reveals.
Yeah, he's like, get ready for this world premiere, and it's like some like indie studio that has nothing to do with anything, and some strange game that no one's ever gonna remember the name of or probably play when it comes out. Like, doesn't look good.
And then some of it was like, wait, am I watching an advertisement right now, or am I watching a trailer? Mm-hmm. It was like, oh, okay, a trailer for Valorant. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, what?
Yeah, and
what
you're
is
like-
going on right now?
You can have advertisement breaks and show that stuff. You don't have to make it part of the ceremony. Like,
All right.
What it felt like to me was that, like, when it was showing those video game commercials, like, I feel like were they on some television station as well? Because, like, it almost seemed like you would put local commercials or something, you know, in certain spots, you know?
yeah.
So I didn't know if they were working with some TV stations or something.
Well, and I know the Switch did have like advertisements that they paid for to have them on there that were in the ad breaks. So why could you not have put all this other garbage in the ad breaks?
Right.
And then it was that stupid like streamer or Twitch guy or TikTok guy or something that they would like him and that girl would bust in every now and then and they'd be like, "Oh my god, it feels so great to be here. We'll see you in a second."
We're gonna be over on our Twitch channel, and you can come watch it with us.
Yeah, we're gonna go over to the bar and see who's over there. I don't care.
Adult Nickelodeon Game Awards.
Dude, it was... Yeah, I remember, like, I had to take Eden to basketball practice that night, so I wasn't able to start them at 7. I started them at 8, dude, and it was 3.5 hours long, so I didn't get to bed till, like, midnight that night. And afterward, I was just like, you fucking kidding me, man? Like,
stayed
I
up
went
for
to bed
that?
at midnight on a work night for this. Like, it was rough.
And with all that being said, Jackson, take it away.
Yeah, let's get through these winners that you guys have been looking forward to so much. All right, so we'll go ahead and start it out with best studio game direction, which was Bethesda Softworks and Arcane Studios with the creation of Deathloop.
I would say that's a good one.
Yeah. That was best director? Or no, direction? you
Best
said?
direction.
Yeah, best game direction.
It Takes Two won Best Family Game, and it also won Best Multiplayer Game, and it also won Game of the Year.
It Takes Two is fabulous.
It is a great game. Still haven't beat it, but it is a great game.
I'm so happy for that guy, dude.
Joseph Ferris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like from his first appearance where he was like, this is our first game, and then him winning.
It just seemed kind of fishy though that he won, because he has the last couple of years he's been synonymous with the Game Awards, and it just seemed like he was supposed to be in the thing earlier, and they were like, you know, we know he's gonna win, so let's save him for the end for him to say something crazy, because he is the meme worthy stuff from the last couple of Game Awards.
He came up there pretty jacked, like he was about to fight somebody.
Yeah.
Started, like, ripped off his shirt and started flexing on people. It was pretty weird.
And then he opened his mouth and he had his tongue split in half like a snake.
He went up there going,
Kena Bridge of Spirits won Best Independent Game.
That game looks crazy. The
Good for
cool thing
them.
about Kenna is it's made by a 3D like animation studio.
yeah.
Like all they do is make movies and stuff. And they're like, we want to make a game. Let's make a game. And that's what they came out of it with.
I remember you saying something about last week, saying it looked like a Pixar movie, and that's pretty cool.
Anime.
It does look so pretty, man. I can't wait to play it.
Yeah.
No, Jacob.
If all the anime studios came out and made video games, where would we be? Just saying.
We'd have a lot of crappy video games.
Yeah, every anime game's like a 50 to 60.
Oh, there's a lot of anime out there that are made from games, though.
We'd have a way more perverted games, I say that.
Oh yeah.
You gotta pick the right ones. All right, you just gotta look past all their weird, perverted stuff.
All right, Near Replicant won Best Soundtrack in a video game.
That surprised me.
The thing about that though is that's an old game. How are you going to give an old game the award for best soundtrack when it came out like a decade ago?
I think it's bullshit too, Kyle.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more with you, Kyle.
I think that Deathloop deserved that one. But what was it? What was the other Does it say the other nominees? Because there was another one on there. Oh, Cyberpunk.
Yeah, Cyberpunk.
Yeah,
I remember
dude.
being one of them.
Oh,
Guardians.
seriously?
I think we all guessed Guardians.
we all
Me and
thought
Kyle
Guardians. Or you guys? Yeah, I said Cyberpunk.
And some of this award stuff is recency biased.
Yeah.
did. Because no Hitman 3 anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Yeah,
Did
and
Cyberpunk?
Hitman 3 was awesome. Sorry to interrupt you there.
No, you're good. I was just wondering, did Cyberpunk ever get any better from its release?
Yeah.
It did. It
Yeah,
became
it's in a-
what was pronounced it to be.
It's in a playable state now, and it's along the topic of what David was talking about earlier. Just because a lot of people say it's bad doesn't mean it's bad.
Okay.
Just because like writers and stuff think it's bad doesn't mean it's a bad game.
Kind of goes with.
I played it
I
for
don't
about
play PlayStation.
I played it for about 10 to 15 hours. Loved every second of it, but I'm waiting for the
I'm
updated version to come out.
Yeah, that's why I haven't touched it. It's like, I didn't really want to play a game like that I had looked forward to so much with like kind of shitty visuals and a bunch of bugs. Like, and I know a lot of people played it and they were like, I didn't run into very many bugs at all. I just didn't want to be one of those people. So I'm like, I'm gonna wait for the Series X version.
I mean, I played it for 10 hours on PC, and in that 10 hours, I ran into so many bugs.
Yeah.
Like people driving around without cars. Yeah, just a body floating through the air, looking like they're driving a car, but there's no car under them.
It's kind of like the old Vines.
I will say this: it's a lot of fun to play. Some of the story missions are good. Some of them aren't so good, but it's worth playing. But it's still not better than The Witcher 3.
Yeah.
Because that studio, CD Projekt Red, they made the Witcher games and then Cyberpunk.
Oh, okay.
I would say play both of them, but you'd probably get a better time out of Witcher 3 compared to Cyberpunk.
Okay, to get back on the games here. All right, Deathloop won the award for best art direction. Yeah.
Congratulations to those guys.
The award for best esports game goes to League of Legends.
Couldn't agree more.
Big surprise. Yeah. I couldn't agree more.
Best fighting game goes to Guilty Gear.
Guilty Gear Strive.
That game is gorgeous, dude.
Yeah, it looks like a comic book. It's so cool.
Best action game was Returnal.
Good choice.
Best VR game, Resident Evil 4.
Nice. That's
So
on,
freaky, dude.
that's on
so
Oculus
freaky.
Quest 2.
Yeah, I played that. It was scary as hell.
And the last one, oh, hold on. Well, there was another action like type category. This one was called Action Adventure.
Metroid Dread.
And that one was Metroid Dread.
Yeah.
Yep. 2 more awards I'll go through here. Actually, I'll do 3 more. Best role-playing game, Tales of Arise. Best community support, Final Fantasy 14.
Oh my god.
I mean, dude, did you hear about them having to shut down sales because their servers were overloaded?
And they can't buy any more servers, right? Because
Yep,
Shortage.
because there's a shortage
Yeah.
on silicon, so they can't buy any more servers.
That's
crazy.
crazy,
It's insane.
dude.
Yep.
They started out crappy, became
If,
the most popular.
If
Yeah.
Blizzard wanted to make a little bit more money off of WoW before WoW goes dead for real, they should just sell them some servers.
yeah.
And the last award here is for best sport/racing game, and of course, Forza Horizon 5 took it.
Yeah. It was too late for Game of the Year, but not too late for best sports racing game.
So stupid.
Which, I mean, I guess Forza 5 did, or Forza Horizon 5 did win Game of the Year for IGN, but, you know.
What you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm glad Returnal won something, dude. I forgot that Housemarque was the people that made, like, the Resogun game and the, what were the other ones they made?
Deus Ex Machina.
Did they make that?
No,
I-
Next Machina.
I never played that. But they made there was like a game, it was like a twin stick shooter with zombies. Alien Nation and Dead Nation. I played those on my PSP, or my Vita. And Resogun was awesome. So I'm glad they finally went out on a limb and won, yeah. Good for those guys. Do we want to talk about Halo, or you guys are...
So if you got something you want to say about it,
Yeah. You want to...
early impressions on Halo, David. What's up about it? Is it worth it?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, we're talking about the campaign, not the multiplayer.
For Halo Infinite.
Yeah. I've played. It says I've logged 48 hours of Halo Infinite, but that's got to be my multiplayer time mixed with the campaign time. And I know I've at least for sure put 10 hours into the campaign. And it's awesome. It's like exactly what I was saying about like open world stuff. If they do it right, if they respect your time, dude, it pays off. And it really, really does. Like you have like a couple linear levels at first that are just like classic Halo, but it feels good to play them, and the visuals and everything are great. But like once you get out into the open world, you're like, holy shit. Like there's fobs that you can capture, and then those fobs will allow you to fast travel around the map. But they also have Marines in them, and the more fobs you open, and there's also like Marines that are out in the wild that are in firefights, and if you help them win their firefight or whatever, like you keep getting, I think it's just renown points. And when you get renown points, you can spawn vehicles and weapons at your fobs, and you can spawn more and more different types as you getting more renown or whatever. And so like it just adds to the kind of flexibility of the way that you're able to take down the story portions and some of like the big bases and stuff. So like for instance, you could get a bunch of rocket launchers, throw them on the ground, get a bunch of Marines, have them pick up the rocket launchers, get a Razorback, and then just drive to a base. And all your Marines will jump out with rocket launchers and go ham or something.
That sounds fun.
And it's cool too, because like there's I guess they're like targets that you need to take down. Like, and when you kill them, they all have like modified versions of the weapons that are already in the games. And when you kill them, it unlocks the modified version of that weapon at your fob. So you can now get like, I think you can get a skewer, but it's called a unstable skewer. And the skewer round explodes, so like on impact.
Oh yeah.
Or you can get like a dueling plasma sword that like stuns people, and like it's really cool. But like I don't know, that's what like one of the reasons I like thought about a lot of things was because I was like, this is exactly the game that I bitched about last week on the podcast. That like I need to kind of reevaluate a little bit. But you guys should play it, dude.
So would you say now that open world and Master Chief is your Lord and Savior?
Master Chief's always been my Lord and Savior, man.
Nice.
I think you got a point though about Assassin's Creed games being like that.
Yeah, and that's really just the Ubisoft formula. Though.
Yeah,
it totally is. The Watch Dogs.
Yeah, they've got a problem, but I mean, like you said, if they do it right, like other companies, I think it works. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my biggest thing about those Ubisoft games, it's like kill freaking 7 or 8 tigers to make a wallet, and then kill 8 more tigers to make a wallet. And it's like, dude, I don't want to be doing this to get more ammo in my guns.
And
Phone
more
games.
Yeah. Moreover, what person can kill 16 tigers like in the span of 15 minutes, 20 minutes? Like,
right.
And why does it take 8 tigers to make a fucking pouch?
For real.
I could use a tiger's ball sack and make a pouch.
You carry a bunch of money in that pouch.
Dude.
And ammo.
Now,
Coin purse.
I got a question here. You said it's open world, but is it like bordered open world? Like, for instance, there are some certain sections in the new Halo world that you cannot go.
Yeah, like there are certain places that are kind of bordered off that you open up later. Like the map expands, I think. I've only completed the first big open world chunk. I've done like 100% of everything you can do in that first open world chunk.
Does it kind of have
like the story mission that will move me on, but it's definitely open world, dude. 100%.
Does it kind of have like like Connor said, an Assassin's Creed vibe to it?
No.
That's good.
Well, and like every fob that you destroy or every firefight that you win for the Marines or every other base thing that you kind of unlock, you and the new AI, the weapon, will have a discussion about how this benefits, the UNSC. And like there's data pads hidden everywhere that will give you context as to like what's going on the ring and why you're there and what might have happened before you showed up. Like it all ties together super well. And there's also like armor mods and stuff that you can find in the world that will carry over to multiplayer. So, but it's mostly just like spray paint. So
Nice.
that's all I got to say about that.
Sounds good. All right, and with that, I think that's where we're going to end this podcast this week, guys.
Peace out.
This is the last podcast before Christmas that people will listen to, right? So,
Yes.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yep.
Merry Christmas, y'all.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Santa Claus is gonna come to you with backward legs.
Ostrich robot legs.
Centaur Santa will be there for you.
Overlord Baraka Spider Robot Santa.
Do you want to sing them that song you were singing earlier today and last night?
Not about the big guys
No.
resident.
Oh no, just like when we were playing games, you guys were singing that song in that funny voice. I can't remember what song it was, but
Oh, are you talking about?
I think it was Smashing Pumpkins, right?
Yeah.
Weren't you guys singing?
Yeah, I was just singing it before you guys got in the chat. I'm not going to sing it again.
I thought you said you wanted to sing it for everybody.
Nope.
Okay.
I definitely don't.
Sing it again, rookie biatch. No, before we go, Stephen Colbert, 20th anniversary, Fellowship of the Ring rap is great. Go see it.
Okay.
Is
it
it
on
a movie?
YouTube?
No, it's like the 20th anniversary of Fellowship of the Ring, and nobody's saying anything about it. So he made like a rap video to kind of honor that, and it's got Merry and Pippin in it, and Samwise Gamgee.
And it's also got Frodo, and he's wearing a necklace, and it's got a big ring on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a screenshot of that. I'm like, what is this?
How long is it?
It's 4 or 5 minutes. Watch it.
All right, and thank you for crashing with friends. We will see you guys next week. Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye.
Peace.
Vaya con Dios.
Ciao.
Ding dong day.
Crashing with Friends.
Podcast.